Howdy. Happy Wednesday. So I'm going to veer off course a little bit. And I'm going to be using this foundation. Still don't know how to pronounce it. And also their concealer. I'm going to use spray primer. Hush. Get some lip mask on. Whoops. And go ahead and put some of this. I haven't tried this yet. And I just got over, not 100%, some kind of allergic reaction. I think it was to this new rose water stuff I bought. And it made my under eyes puffy. So, gonna try this. And their concealer. I tried their concealer the other day and loved it. This was one of those online beauty, here's the name of it again, online beauty product places where you take all the tests and then it matches up your skin. And you pick people's pictures that look like your skin, etc. They did good on the concealer. We'll see how the foundation goes. Looks like a very close match to my skin color. What do you think? I'm using a mirror to the right of the camera to help me see where I'm putting the makeup. And the color's a lot different than what I'm seeing on the camera. Oh, if you want one of these awesome little insulated tumblers, you can get one from Shelly at shellyart.com.au. I think it's .au or /au. I'll put the website link under in the posts. It's got the little lid that slides back and forth. I use it for my vitamin drink every morning. And it's insulated. It is hand wash, but I don't mind that. It rinses out easily. Very cute. You can put wine, water, soda, milk, vitamin drinks, protein drinks. Love it. Okay, I think see in my makeup mirror, eyes look normal, but in this camera, they look really red around them. So, I'm going to put a little more concealer, and hopefully I don't ghost my face out. Again, that's the El Maquillage, or however you say that. Anyway, happy hump day. And it's even over halfway. Happy hump day. I'm wanting to get to the zoo one of these days. And the weather is perfect for it now. Hey! 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 I'm recording! So, Ruby got a new kennel today. A new crate. She outgrew her other one. So she's got, I think it's large. It's either large or extra large, but it's 30 inches tall instead of 25. Because in her 25, she was sitting in there, but she had her head down like that. So she is going to be styling now. I fit in it, which you'll see if I post the photos of me in it. Okay. I forget where I am. Concealer. I mean, I do that every time. Contour. Gonna do some Barely Bronze contour. Since I've pretty much lost my tan, I don't use chocolate souffle. It's too dark for my skin. Again, that's Younique's Barely Bronze contour. Here's some Playful Pink for blush. blend that in up to your hairline, if you have one. My hairline is pretty thin. I'm working on trying to get my hair to grow back. After dropping a lot of weight, my hair started falling out. And it's just not wanting to come back. So I've actually been to the doctor for it too. And I'm taking hers prescription stuff and topical. And I take collagen every day, biotin every day. Whatever I can do. Oh yeah, so the neighbors finally moved their RV off our property. When they first bought it, I said this in one of my previous recordings, but I didn't post that recording yet. The neighbors bought an RV and backed it up on the side of their driveway, and the back end of it was on our property, blocking our fence. So my husband had a talk with her husband, and he said he was going to move it in a few days. That's fine. They didn't ask permission, but that's fine. A week later, I was outside and she was outside, and I asked her, when are you all going to move your RV off our property? And she said, eventually. I said, what? And she said, eventually, yeah. I said, well, your husband said you all were going to move it in a few days. And she said, well, it's only been a week. I said, so when are you going to move it? And she said, after he gets it fixed. I said, oh, okay. So now we're talking months, weeks and months. No, just whenever he gets it fixed. And that wasn't satisfactory. So I said again, your husband told my husband you were going to move it in a few days. Do you think it's okay to park on somebody's property without permission? I said, would you care if I parked my big old vehicle on your area? She said, no. I said, without permission? And then she didn't say anything. So that went on for a minute or so. She was talking about how he works 24 hours on, 2 days off. I know. My brother's a retired firefighter. My husband's grandpa was a retired firefighter. I know their schedules. He could have moved it by now. So I can't really remember the rest of the conversation, but she huffed away and went inside. And probably about a half hour later, her husband was out there with some other guy. So apparently there's 2 guys and her in the house. And they moved it. I don't know why they couldn't have done that anyway without me asking. I mean, we always try to be neighborly. That's why we have fences. They've had those chickens for a couple years now. We've never complained. Until we would sit in our backyard, back in the far part where my swing is. And the stench was ridiculous. I used the number 10 Addiction Younique for my eyeshadow. So Jim had a talk with the husband and asked them to move the chicken coop to the other side of the yard, which I'm sure is no easy feat. And the guy said that they'll make an effort to keep it cleaner. Other than that, we've been here 20 years. They've been here about 3 or 4. We've never had any issues. And then when they built their chicken coop even taller, their coop and the chickens were right there, over, right, like 2 feet above our 6-foot fence. So we spent $2,000 and put up an 8-foot fence. We didn't complain. We just took care of it on our side. And we can't see them walking around on their deck anymore either, because we lost our privacy on both sides when people on both sides built pools. Okay, now my favorite gleaming. I received my Advent calendar yesterday from Younique. Bought it. It's $96, but it's got over $320 worth of products in it. I'll link the it's my vitamins. I'll link the website to where you can get one yourself if you like. I'll do it down in the description or the comments. So this is gleaming, and I've used that for a little bit of highlight and pizzazz, I guess you could say. I can't wait to see Ruby in her new crate when she goes to bed. They're not in their crates during the daytime, just bedtime. So, and we're not going to put her in there to check it out yet, because then she'll think she's in a timeout. And she's not, because she's a good girl. Louie's the one that's bad. We always have to watch out for him picking fights with her. He's just getting old and grumpy. So cater to his grumpiness. He's a cute little fella. But these little Chihuahua mixes pick fights with the wrong big dogs. And Ruby never did anything back all the times he nipped and snapped at her. They were best friends for months and months. And then he couldn't push her around anymore because she grew bigger than him. So then, instead of being best friends anymore, he started nipping at her and trying to hurt her. Oops. And she didn't do anything back until the second time he did it and hurt her. And she bit back. And I don't remember which one was first, but Jim was involved in one of those dog fights between the two, and I was involved in one of them. I just don't remember which happened first. But it was insane and crazy. We do know Louis picked both fights because we were there. He bit her when Jim was bringing them in the house from the backyard. He bit Ruby on the mouth because, you know, she's big, tall. That's where he can hurt her. He bit her on the mouth. She turned around and grabbed him by the neck and left 2 holes in his back. And then the time when I was there, Ruby and Louie was outside. Ruby and I had her on a leash, and we were going out in the backyard for her to go potty. And as we walked past him, we were already past him. We have it on camera, on our security camera. That thing catches everything. He ran up behind her and grabbed a hold of her and started biting and fighting her from behind. And she turned around and grabbed him. And I grabbed both of them. And I was trying to pull Louie off of her. So I actually had them both in the air. And I couldn't get him off her. So I pinned him against the fence, between me and the fence, and was able to yank him off. But those dog fights are vicious. It's scary. Those little chihuahuas aren't gonna give up. Poor Ruby. And she was a puppy. She's just a big old, goofy, clumsy, big old puppy. And yeah, she's a pit bull. She's 56% American pit. And she's part American Staffordshire, Bulldog, and Golden Retriever. Anyway, ouch. They get a bad rap, but it's not the dog, it's the owner. They all start as little innocent bundles of fluff. And if you get some asshole that's, if you get some jerk that's constantly spanking it or hitting it or beating it or mean to it, abusive, yeah, the pit bull or whatever dog. A fluffy little Yorkie, a fluffy poodle, a golden retriever. I've heard about some mean golden retrievers. They're abused. Anyway, pits have a bad rap. Ours is only 56% American pit, but it's got a couple other pits in it. I mean, bulldogs. But if you come to our home, Ruby is gonna lick you to death. You just better watch your ankles, because there's two little demons called Jolie and Louie. They're getting protective in their old age. They're both sweet and lovable until the doorbell rings or somebody walks past our house or the mail truck comes. Then it's all on, crazy town. But Ruby is a cuddler, cuddly cuddler. I did a lot of research. They love kids. I know Judge Judy has nothing good to say, no matter what, about them. But I don't care. That's her issue. And she's not gonna change. And neither am I. So we bought a brown sugar spiral ham yesterday for Christmas. And some sweet potatoes. So I'll make sweet potatoes again. But this time, at least we don't have some 25-pound turkey to deal with. I think I'm about finished. Tell you what, Ruby does not run out of energy. The vet has her on 2 Benadryl twice a day. And a side effect is drowsiness. Not here. She is always DTP. Down to play. Okay, I almost never use lip liner, but that one is the color Patience. And this sweater is so huge on me now. It's the weight loss. It's like my favorite sweater. Crisscrosses and it's open in the front. I'm about to see if I can find another one on sale. I mean, on eBay. I think this is a Juliana brand from HSN lipstick. But I've had it for about 4 years. Put some of the setting powder. I think I'm going to add some more blush too. The setting powder has water molecules. And it feels cold to the touch. I didn't do my brows. I know I forgot something. I'm always trying to find something to talk about. And I forget to do stuff. Yeah, and I forgot to put my highlighter on. Here it is. Color golden. Use my fan brush. The reason I forget stuff now is because I don't have a script. And I used to keep a list of the order in which to do because I never used foundation before until I got Younique. So I'm winging it each time now. And you tend to forget sometimes what you're doing, especially when you have a phone call or the doorbell rings or the dogs bark or the husband asks a question. Eyebrows. guess I should put some dark color under here. I've got my front door open. That's why all the lap sounds are so loud. We have a screen door. I mean a metal decorative door there. And the dog's just like a screen, but you know, sturdy. Fort Knox kinda. So the wind can go through the house, get some fresh air. Again, that's Addiction. I used this for all the colors. And I used Gleaming. My favorite eyeshadow stick. Alright, do the setting powder again. It's they also call it blurring powder because it blurs your colors, blends your colors together. Oh, I think I showed you this the other day, but I just found this in my box of junk. This is back when I took up pyrography, and that's with a handheld burning thing. I don't know what they call it. And you burn designs into wood or leather. And I made this turtle. And then put resin on it. Oh. And this is my favorite. I made this too. Out of resin, abalone shells, and glitter. Beach. I made some that have lights in them. Art's a beach. Okay, I use this setting mist. Shout out to my mommy, and my son. Love you, Christopher. And that's it. Makeup without overdoing it, I hope. See ya.